Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Ladies and
You are no longer black, or brown, or yellow, or red. You are now green. You are light green, or dark green. Do you understand?
It's that full metal cran-eating creature in the sand, creeping, keeping every man, woman, child in our land sleeping peacefully and shatter any enemy they come across. You messing with America, then you must really wanna lost something soft. Is not of pertinence or interest. Gladly sacrifice themselves so you don't have to witness the cost of what your freedom is, and they gain it in inches. So long story short, don't end up on the shit.
It's that full metal cram eaters, 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 full metal cram eaters.
You're easily offended, then you legally should exit. There's no decency on this frequency. Our method is bringing prime time entertainment to the veterans, and those of you who know the truth is what they have protected. Shout out to Tommy Roddick and the baby Jesus, run it up. Saving 22 by the day, homie, buddy up. Sit back and relax while the dude speaks some facts. While you're here, have a snack of some
color-coded wax. It's that full metal cram eaters, 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 full metal cram eaters.
good evening. Welcome to episode 3 of season 2, Full Metal Crayon Eaters. Joined by tonight by Gunny. Everybody knows Gunny. Author of Born in a Bar. Baby Jesus is running late, so Kyle will be here soon. Of course, when I run the show, I'll screw something up, and of course, the disclaimer wouldn't play. So, oh well. We we'll do without it. And this is the first time Gunny's got to hear the intro song.
That was pretty badass.
Yeah, my wife's cousin did that.
I like that. I like the picture of you two with the Born in a Bar shirts on. I like that.
Oh yeah, that was one that I
partial.
said, hey, we got to have that in there,
Yeah.
because there's one time we're together, we both have the shirt, and it was pretty close to the birthday, so it was like,
Yeah, I like that. That was a pretty badass intro.
Hey Jamie, and John, how you guys doing this evening? So Gunny, book sales are going good, huh?
They are outstanding, if I could say that. I was telling you before, when I first started this 3 months ago, and before it actually went live, I was told by publishers that, first time authors with, no real name, no real background, they wouldn't sell more than 100 books, their first year. And I kind of, set the goal like, okay, well, you know what, I'm going to raise 1775, even if it takes me a year, if it takes me longer, whatever. So right now, I think we're about 15 books short from hitting the goal in just over 3 months.
And that's outstanding. That's outstanding. Yeah. Hi, Jade. I don't know about beautiful, but we're here.
We are here.
We are here. We are waiting for Mr. Kyle is stuck in driving in the snow. So he just kind of leaves us stranded here. We are already half hour, run a little behind, a half hour late, but it is what it is at that point. We tried to give Kyle enough time to get in. I want to take time to thank our sponsors. Let's see, Mad Viking Beard Mustache Club. I have the flag hanging up behind me now. If you use, in fact, I'll have to put it up here. We have a coupon code. uh, get 10% off your order. The book's title is Born in a Bar, and it's all barroom stories for Marines. You have a warped sense of humor, and actually, Jared here. I don't know if you can see the comments, Gunny, or not, but
I
Jared
can't. Yeah, I
here,
see that now.
he is he is the author, the composer, and the talent in the Full Metal Crayon Eater song. So
Nice.
it was his brainstorm. I said I gave him some guidelines, some things that we wanted in there. The first verse was all him. Second verse, I kind of give him some guidelines, about talk about what we do and why we're here, and if you're offended, you might as well stay away easily. And he nailed it. I mean, that's one of those songs I'm like, I'm ready to do the show once that comes on. Once that the first little bit of bass hits, I'm ready.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. He did an incredible job on that.
Yeah, and and it is a good read. You know, uh, maybe later on in the show you'd read one of your stories that you like the most out of it, or whatever. Give them a little
Yeah.
taste of what the book's about. I mean, I don't know. Maybe your favorite story might be a little too raunchy for the airwaves, since that we're now on uh, anywhere you want to find a podcast:
Yeah.
Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, YouTube. We're everywhere now. You go in, you look up Joint Task Force Radio, FMCE, Story Time with Gunny. Yeah, you see, that could be like a segment. Gunny just pop in once
You
a week and
know,
be like, "Here's this week's segment," but then nobody would buy the book because they
right.
just wait.
So when we were going through this whole discussion over the last couple of days of trying to make an audiobook, that was one of the things that was brought up. Like, hey, you should just do the podcast with somebody, and do one a week or something like that. And I thought that would be funny, until I attempted to read my own story to see how it would work. And it didn't. I mean, it was funny. It was more funny to me because I kept fucking up, and then I would laugh. Um, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think what we do is Jade. I think she got her book. I don't know if
Hmm.
she started reading it or not yet.
And just like that, Gunny freezes for a second. I should like
But
screenshot that. Um, do you have a title for the second book yet?
yeah, so I'm just going to do it as a series. So the first book was Born in a Bar, and the second one is going to be another round of the Untold Stories. So it's still going to be Born in a Bar. It's just going to be another round of untold stories.
I think Jade has a book title for you
Oh yeah,
right there. Story Time with Gunny. That would be
yeah,
like that. You can put the your chevrons on there, but beer in the middle or whatever instead of
yeah.
the cross rifles and shit. You just throw some beer in there, beer glasses or something like that, clinking, and just have fun with it. But I like the second round. That it's catchy. And if
Yeah.
you read the first book, then you're gonna be like, okay, this is the sequel to it. Um,
Yep. I got I have my ideas for the cover already pretty much done. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet because I'm going to do a release for Saturday. There's something special on Saturday, and I'm going to, I'm going to put out all the information for on Saturday. So you have to watch my Facebook on Saturday.
Jared, you can buy this book on Amazon. That's where you have to go is Amazon, and it's called Born in a Bar. Um,
Yep. Jared, so
uh,
you can do one of two things. You can go to Amazon. There you go. So thanks, James. It's Amazon Born in a Bar, but you have to filter books, and then it'll come up as number one. There's so many other products out there with shirts and stuff with Born in the Bar that Amazon, because I have explicit lyrics and you're supposed to be over 18 to get the book, it kind of shuffles it down to like page 30. So, or you can go to www.borninabar.com, and there's a link to the Amazon right on there.
uh, Jimmy's one of my board or no, he's one of my advocates right now. He runs our golf program for Save 22.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. We I just started working with the Marine Corps Law Enforcement Foundation. They are the sponsor for the 5K run that I am directing here in my town, and they do a big golf outing, and they have this gala. It's coming up in June. The Commandant of the Marine Corps comes. Like it's like a serious like event. Senators, they have all these awesome people that are who are going to come up for this event. So I can't wait to go.
Jared says, awesome. Looks forward to reading. If Jared reads enough of that book, he'd probably come back with a song about Gunny.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
A song about Gunny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, Jimmy, I will not give you Jesse's number. No, I will get you and Gunny in contact. How's that?
Yeah.
I want to write a book too, but I don't know if it would ever be appropriate enough.
You know what? I tell you, it was a lot of fun. I didn't really know what to expect when I was doing this. You didn't know. I didn't know how it was going to come out. I didn't know how it was going to go over for other people. And I just decided I was going to do it anyway. So what? I can say I did it. It's something I can check off on my bucket list. I wrote a book.
Yeah.
But it was, just from the beginning, all the way through until now, just laughing with, my friends who were in part of these stories, catching up with all my buddies from 1993, from the time I came in through until 2010 when I got out. You're laughing at people's stories who submitted them, talking to them on the phone, reading their stories, you're just laughing, right? It was so much fun. And then, I got to meet a lot of great people from it, like, the podcasts, like, from you and Kyle and, Sergeant G, the Stone Vet.
Well, Kyle and I had this conversation last night. Not only, being from Save 22 and because he's my brother, the people we've got to meet in the last few years are just amazing. And we were talking about you. I said, even with the podcast, we have this podcast. Gunny did reach out to me on hike day one year and say, hey, I want to do this book. And I was like, let me get back to you in a week.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put you off, but I'm trying to run this event right now. And Gunny has buddies. Gunny has buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so
look at who we got to have. We had Gunny, we had you, and I got to meet you in person. That was awesome. He was my chauffeur for a day.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he got to chauffeur us over to the bar over there.
Yeah, the bar in DC.
And I got my book signed in Korean. It came in the mail, and I love it. Also, we got to meet people like Rodney too. It's just the amount of people we meet, and Kyle's got a pretty neat story about yesterday with Greg Pence, which is Mike Pence's brother in Indiana. So
cool. Yeah. And
Jimmy wants to know where you're from.
So I'm from Pennsylvania originally. I live in New Jersey now. I hate to admit that, but for at least until I win the lottery or my kids graduate high school, I'm staying in New Jersey.
Jade wants to know if you want to go make it to this year's hike.
When is it?
We haven't talked about it. May 7th.
Yeah. I would like to. I'd love to come out there. I just have to make sure that I don't have any, prior commitments. I don't think I do in May. I think it's
the first Saturday in May too. So
yeah. The question
is,
Amish,
Jade, John.
Is Jade coming to the hike?
Yes, that is the big question. Is the cricket going to make it? John said he was raised in Lancaster, so that makes him Amish, right?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
He's got to be at least half Amish. I grew
His
up.
last name's not really Whitdorf; it's Yoder.
John
Yoder.
Yeah. I grew up outside of Reading, a small town, Robizonia, which isn't too far from Lancaster. So when I went to boot camp, the only thing my drill instructor knew about Pennsylvania was the Amish, and that was the question that you're from Pennsylvania? Are you Amish? No, I'm not Amish.
Well, there's always a joke about when my internet goes out, gotta get the horses running faster because there's a lot of Amish. Kyle knows that there's a lot of Amish in my community. So
yeah.
And plus my great grandmother was Amish and left the community. So here I am.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's Berks County, Pennsylvania, where I grew up in. I mean, that's a real big Amish, and where he's from, in Lancaster County.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still,
that's huge there. I mean,
yeah. I love,
and we're not.
taking my 8-year-old. We went to Dutch Wonderland right before Christmas, and just to watch him looking out the window at the horse and buggy, and then we pulled into a McDonald's for him to go to the bathroom, and there was, horse manure in the parking lot, and he was just looking at it like, what the heck?
Oh, and don't forget the Mennonites
Yeah.
and the Brethren.
Uh-huh.
Where was it? Oh, Jimmy Erbach. There, he's on. He's a township trustee where he lives, and in his hometown there of Navarre, there is a brewery that my buddy owns, but behind it there's a hitching post for the Amish. And I always make jokes about the Amish coming in to drink a beer at the brewery, but that's
Yeah.
another. But one day I was standing there at the brewery, trying to help my buddy get ready. So they haven't opened yet, so I'm trying to help them get open. And I watched this Amishman come in like hot on that buggy, like almost on two wheels, just to see him hop off and run to a porta john. I was like, oh man, he was coming in
Yeah.
hot too.
That's funny. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, with the podcast and just doing the ones that I have, you meet so many people, and it's been so much fun. I mean, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, you just said about doing this for a year, and it's just like, holy shit, like really, like, I mean, it's been a year. I mean, I think I reached out to you guys in May last year, or June or
May,
whenever.
May the year before, you reached
Yeah.
out to, well, you reached out to me about donating to Save 22, which I
Yep.
still not 100% sure how you found us versus everybody else, but we're grateful.
How did I
All I know is I got a message from you on
Johnny Mo
Facebook.
Media.
Johnny
I
Mo.
think I might have
me.
been going through his and saw something from you guys, and then it just, I found you, and then I found the NASCAR team, my
Mm-hmm.
Carmen's Racing, and I was just like, oh hell yeah, this is awesome. This is who I
Yeah.
want to be friends with and talk to.
I just
Yeah.
called out Bailey tonight for push-ups. I do
Did
it
you?
every year. Every year at the start of the season. I know Bailey's
Yeah.
not driving for Mike right now,
Yep.
but still every year at the beginning of the season, I've been calling out Bailey, and Bailey will do the push-ups and he'll call out other drivers. So
That's awesome.
it goes through NASCAR at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And that's what tonight. My push-up video was like, "Hey, race season's here. NASCAR Sunday. Daytona coming up. It's time to call out Bailey. And so I went and I did my push-ups. Call out Bailey. Bailey will actually do them, and he'll do them on TikTok because he's trying to gather his following on TikTok, and so I'll call him out there too. I might go ahead and do a second video.
I think I'm one of the last holdouts of TikTok. I have the account. I just don't pay any attention to it.
Hey, you throw a pair of silkies on and dance around. Next thing you know, you got 13,000 followers.
Right. Well, I mean, if I'm going to do that, then I'll start my own OnlyFans, do it that way. But I like.
Kyle, you ready? There in the back.
Is he here?
Okay. Yeah. And
Hey!
look who is here.
Hello.
Nice of you
Hey.
to join us.
Thanks for having me.
So, Mr. Sound Snob, since you picked apart my sound last week, how is it this week?
You sound like an angel.
I better fucking sound like an angel, goddamn it.
I
For you
didn't
guys,
guilt you into buying that.
he guilted me into buying a new microphone. He's like, "Hey, if we're gonna be on spot, he like put the law down. If we're gonna be on Spotify and everything else, you gotta get a new fucking microphone." And he said "fucking" to me too. I was like, I was ready to break up with him. I don't know.
No, you weren't.
When
I said we need to
you-
figure out your mic.
When you get like big time, you have to get the microphone that is like shaped like a penis, and then you can put it right here.
I mean, like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. He does that. And We got to tell him that an
What?
angel with horns holding his halo. That's me.
That's right. Hi, Gunny.
Oh, hey, how are
That's
you?
a good thing you didn't
I'm
see the
pretty
show
good.
opening.
Did you butcher it again?
The
No, it was
disclaimer would
perfect.
not work. The disclaimer would
Really?
not work. Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
why, but I went straight to the theme song
That's all right. I'll
after
work
the
on it.
awkward pause of me going like this. Of course, nobody out there that's going to listen to this later in the podcast know that I messed up. Till
If
now.
you
Well, they
shouldn't have
will
told him,
now.
he wouldn't have even noticed.
Until
No,
now.
I was
Yes,
I
he
was gonna
would.
click it when I saw you go live, and I was driving, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Hi, Jimmy.
So I got a quick story since Jay just mentioned the
We
angel with
can't
the
have nice
horns.
things, Paul.
All right. So when I left active duty the first time, I went to the VA hospital. I had 2 cysts on both sides of the back of my head, and I went to go get them removed. And while I was sitting in the VA in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, which is close to Lancaster, the doctor came out and he was like, "Hey, so you're here to get your appendix out." And I started laughing, and I was like, "Dude, like, all right, that was a good one." And he looked at me like stone cold dead in his face. He was like, "No, wait a minute, you're not." No, dude. No, I'm not. I got a cyst on my head. And he was just like looking at the paper, and he was like, hold on, I'll be right back. So he came in, got the other doctor, and the other doctor had my chart, and he was like, "Okay, so you're this person getting," and I was just like, "Holy shit, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is not like I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be missing my appendix and have a leg taken off or something." I never went back to that VA hospital.
That's
Missing
like
it.
Wish.
But I did, but Jade,
Wish
so
felt
Jade, I
fun.
actually had horns, and that was kind of the joke that was the devil coming
Time,
out.
time out. The truth was that those weren't actually cysts. He went to the doctor because when he came up from underneath the desk, he banged his head too hard and he had
Yeah.
2 marks. He's
Yep.
calling them cysts.
You're on to me.
It was 2
You're on to
blood
me.
clots that were there from banging his head against the back of the desk. Bam! Oh, shit.
Yep. I try to stay off my knees. I don't
Was
know
this
what you
desk
do.
lower yesterday? I gotta give shit, Gunny.
I'm good. I'm good. That's what we do. That's what we do as brothers.
John said he spent 3 months over there as an inpatient, was treated very well. See, you just
Did you
got
lose
wish
your appendix
doctors.
though?
That was in
Maybe that's what he
2008.
was there for.
He was the guy with the appendix.
Yeah, he probably was. I hope that the VA is getting better, and I mean I hear a lot of good things of them, but then you hear. Did you guys talk to Brian Talley for the Tally bill?
Tally, he's messaged me today, so I gotta talk to him.
So I don't even know I don't even remember how I met half these people that I have. I think he made a
Just
comment
call
about
network.
his book. Yeah. And I started talking to him and about his book on Amazon, and I was trying to give him some pointers. And while we were talking on the phone, he started, like telling me, about his story. So he ended up trying to sue the VA for malpractice, for them, like royally fucking him up. And he spent 3 years going door to door in Congress, to get them to finally make this bill. So you can actually sue VA like subcontractors for shit that they fuck up. Which I mean, like is crazy. Like, the fact that you couldn't do that before. They could just, chop off your wrong leg and you just have to, stand there on one leg and take it, I guess.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. Prairie Point VA sucks balls. That's what he says.
I'm sending you something I'm gonna upload real quick, Tom.
Oh, okay.
That's why I sent it to you. Quick access.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I want to put that on there too. Yeah.
Oh, what do you want to put on there now?
Some things, because I was unprepared tonight, which doesn't normally happen, but it happened today.
Happens all the time. weekly.
Excuse me, sir. Not quite. So I'm very unprepared, but there are some things that I want to go over at some point tonight. It doesn't matter when. And I'm just adding things, so just ignore me.
Just ignore you.
Pretend like I'm not even here.
Well, we
Yeah.
did for the first like 15 minutes.
I know.
Oh, it was like the first
It was
30.
snowing. It was snowing in town. It was like 30. It was
You live in Indiana. You're used to snow.
No, it just started like it's been raining all day, but it turned into sleet and then snow on the way here. And then people were like, "Oh my god, it's snow! I got to drive 2 miles an hour." But granted, the guy in front of me was pulling a camper, and it was like all over the road. And I'm like, "All right, I'll take my time."
I was telling Tom it was almost 70 degrees here today. It was ridiculous. It was so nice to kick the kids out of the house and tell them to play until it got dark.
Mm-hmm.
Go outside.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think the
back
worst part of winter. You just there's not enough really to do outside, and I fucking hate the cold. I'm not cold anymore. I want to move south where it's warm.
Ray says, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
We're going to get you a curtain, Kyle, for in there. Be like, pay no attention. But one little spot of your curtain will be moving.
You know what, Ray? I take back what I said to you last night. I'm just kidding.
What'd you say to Ray last night?
Yeah, what'd you say to Ray?
You cheating. Wait, what time was this? Because you told me you couldn't come on and mess with my new microphone. So
I was laying in bed when I talked to Ray last night. Where'd it go? Ray McDaniel at 9:09 last night. I was already laying in bed.
Oh, I know. Had time for Ray.
I've been working my ass off. We've had like double shipments every day this week from Mississippi, which for some reason I don't know why. Canada shut down. We still got to ship to them though. I don't know.
There's one of those Aussies. What's up, Grant? He says, I still love you, bro. What's up, Grant?
I love you too.
Grant, one of our Aussies. Grant's going to be on Crossroads, I believe. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be one of the ones on Crossroads. So that's going to be nice to bring the microphone heavy on the micro. I'm missing Snowmageddon. I'm missing Snowmageddon in Chicago right now. So good. We probably got flight delays all tomorrow and everything, and I'll be stuck there till Saturday. Everything happens for a reason. I'll be out there Monday. Chicago.
Hey, Jimmy. I know a guy that could do that, honestly.
Yeah.
He's actually the guy that I'm talking about that has designed like dozens of apps. I'll reach out to him, see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that there's got to be plenty of apps, like,
I can't keep all the Aussie straight, but that's Ducky.
Yeah.
All that they're just knuckle dragging swamp cunts. So that's a compliment in Australia. Didn't you know that? Chop destroyed another burger. I made therapy.
Marshall's your boss, right?
Mm-hmm. And he's the one who owns the brewery.
Mm-hmm. Thought so.
Yeah. He's probably gonna be stuck in damn Chicago for the weekend. See you Monday when I fly out.
Are you guys getting snow this weekend?
No, Chicago's getting it right now. Well, Indiana, Chicago's getting it now.
Yeah. Say we're going out to Hershey, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania this weekend with our motorcycle club. But I know we were.
So my dad was born and raised is Harrisburg. I haven't been out that way for a long time.
You don't have to babysit me. Most of the time, I gotta watch what you're doing.
No, Tom's always in the shitter on his phone.
Hey! That's my 6th week of vacation. So sometimes it's 7th and 8th, but when you add the time up, I mean that's like a full week vacation. It's paid. You guys can stay at my house when I don't know, man. You gave me a ring for Christmas, and you want me to stay at your house.
All right, Jim, I'm gonna need you to back off, Tom. All right, I
Right.
love
I
you.
can't.
Tom's mine. Just
I'm
because you
not
put a
going
ring
to
on it, don't mean shit.
Jimmy, Tommy's always calling Big Spoon. You might want to reconsider. That's true. Big Spoon.
Little spoon.
I'm always Big Spoon. Always.
I just like the fork.
Oh, baby Jesus.
Don't make me turn this apple juice into wine, because I will.
No, you won't, because
No,
you
I
don't
won't.
drink.
No, I won't. No, I won't. You're right.
You don't drink no more. Who's middle spoon? Nah, not me. I'm just the big one. Gunny. Yeah. What's up? It's Richie, the redneck pimp, or that? Yeah, Shell. Yeah, Richie.
Apple juice into vinegar. Dude, I'm not thinking. I'm good.
That's easy to do. Is forget that your apple juice is there for a while.
James, James just asked how long it took me to start to write. How long did it take to write the book? So, it took a little bit longer the first time. The second book is definitely going to go easier. I think I want to say realistically about 6 months. That was, I mean, my part of it was done very quickly because half the book are my stories. So it was easy for me to do those. Getting Marines to put together their own funny story and send it in, and then editing and doing that kind of stuff, that took a little bit longer. But it was really about 6 months altogether, from the time I really started to the time it was done. And then I just kind of had to wait until I had selected the Marine Corps birthday for it as a release. So it was I think I actually released it on November 6th, so that if you ordered it on the 6th and had Amazon Prime, it would be to your house by the 10th. So I had to wait a little bit. But I mean, realistically,
did you find somebody to do the audio version yet?
so I was telling Tom about this earlier.
Sorry, I missed it.
No,
we were talking pre-show. Not yet. And I have a couple options. I got to weigh all the options of what is the most economical and useful, because my first thought was I wanted to get all the people who submitted their stories to read their own story if they wanted to.
Right.
And my thought was I could just, hey, look, read it into your phone or Zoom me, and I can record it and then, save it as one file.
Right.
And, I started looking into it. The company that Amazon uses to publish their audio books, I was looking through all their rules or regulations and all their tips and all this stuff on how to submit it. And they're very picky. So if you use a phone, it's more than likely it's going to get rejected. If there's any noise in the background, any kind of humming, any, dogs barking, like anything like that, they're going to reject it. Mm-hmm. And, I actually want to reach out to like their customer service, or, see if I can find somebody higher up and be like, look, this is my book. It's about drinking in a bar. It's a bar. So if there's shit in the background, like, bottles or whatever like that would be acceptable. Right. Like, so I don't know. I did talk to Sergeant G, the Stone Vet. He has his own podcast, so he said he would definitely read his. So I'm thinking that it might be easier just to find a couple select people who have their own headphones and microphone and studio, not maybe a studio, but their own private area where they could
Right.
do it, and the sound quality would be good enough to do it. And really, like, when this whole started with Matt, talking about Matt Bradford, who's a Marine, he started following me on Facebook, or not Facebook, on Instagram, and I really didn't know his story. The audio version of this book, I kind of joked about it a couple months, right when I was getting ready to publish it, and I just couldn't see the reason, like why would I do that? I don't, have the time. And
Right.
I was listening to his story, and so he lost his both his legs and his sight in Iraq from an IED blast. And obviously he wants to read this book, but he can't because he can't read. And I kind of said, I was just like, you know what, I'm going to do whatever the hell I need to do to try and get this guy an audio version of this book, whatever I got to do. So if I can't make it work, I may just give him, like he may have the one-off version, low quality, but at least he can do it.
Right.
And then kind of go from there and just see, because, that's something we all really take for granted, is our sight and being able to read and seeing notifications pop up on Facebook, like, hey, somebody just commented, like the steps that he has to go through to see that, and the app that he has to use, like, I can't even imagine like what it would be like right now to lose my sight.
Yeah.
So if I can do something and not only help out Matt, but anybody else that might want to read this book, that's, a military, and they lost their sight, or, whatever reason, like I really want to try and get that done.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome that you want to do that.
And it may just come out me, being drunk and having to read my own stories for, just for entertainment value, I guess. I tried. I sat down here and I I printed it out big enough that I could read it so I wouldn't lose my place. And I would catch myself reading it. And because I know my own stories, the way that I tell a story and the way that I read it are completely different. And I would catch myself making a mistake in reading it. I'd be like, oh, fuck. Like, well, I can't use that one. I have to stop. I got to, go back. So it was interesting. So we'll see how it comes out, but it is definitely something I want to get done.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I've read it, but I would listen to it too, definitely.
So what was your favorite story?
Oh man.
Which one sticks out in your head the most?
Yeah,
I probably, but I don't know. There was
the one about the basketball shorts, the Phantom Shitter. That
Phantom
was pretty
Shitter.
good.
Yeah, Phantom Shitter was great. I don't honestly, and like I'm not just telling you this to make you feel good, but like I don't think there was one in there I didn't like.
Yeah,
and that
and
those are like the two that popped off the top of my head. Was
yeah, that one was actually my editor's favorite one too. And she wasn't military, so she has no idea what it's like sitting in that box. Button. Yeah. And she said, just reading it, and then the way that I made all the letters like smaller, she said by the time she was done with that, like she was in tears just laughing, and that's probably one of my favorite stories too. Yeah.
Well, I'm replying to this. Someone wants to buy one of my PlayStation 4 games, so I'm like, I'm not available right now, but I will be tomorrow.
I can make money. Yes. Why I'm doing a podcast.
Yep.
That's why it's like I can meet you right now. I'm like, I'm in the middle of a podcast, man. I can't do that tonight. Did you guys?
You must really want to play that game,
right? Anything with shitter is funny. Yeah.
Dan, there are at least 4 shitter stories in this book. I think 3 of them.
This is the book for you.
Yeah, there are definitely shitter stories in here.
I know Tom did. I'm pretty sure you did. I think we talked about it. Did you watch the Super Bowl, Gunny?
A little bit of it. We were next door at my neighbor's house, so we kind of had it. I mean, it was on. They were having a Super Bowl party, but I was kind of more bullshitting with a couple of the people there. We watched a little bit, little bit of the halftime show, and watched the end.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't put any money on it because I probably would have lost.
Yeah,
And this is the first one I haven't bet on in quite a while.
I am very superstitious, and I really feel like I'm the reason that the Bengals lost because I said, you know what, I'm rooting for the Bengals. I want them to win. And I thought, I mean, they should have. They really should have.
Yeah.
Why they called that play on a 4th and 1? I mean, obviously, I don't make millions of dollars in being an NFL coach,
Right.
but I definitely wouldn't have spread the offense on against the team that has been crushing you and getting to you over and over on a 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, and 4th and 1. But I don't know.
What did you think of the halftime show? What you did see?
I mean, I was nice. I liked
back to Lejeune.
Yeah, man, that was
driving around Lejeune. Yeah, it's.
I liked it. I mean, it was okay. I don't know if I would say that it was. A lot of people said it was the best one they've ever seen. I think that was more my generation people who said that. It was our music. I wouldn't say it was the worst. It was good. It was all right. I didn't see it. You always worry about something, them doing something stupid to protest, whatever. And that's where they use that platform for. But yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. I loved it. There are some things about it I didn't really like, but overall I liked it. And it was good. When it first started, I loved it because Dr. Dre, that the 2001 album was just one of the highlights of my teenage years. I remember before I had a license. Yeah, before I had a license, my sister used to have to drive me around because she had to take me with her everywhere, and we would listen to that album and Eminem's first album. So that took me back to my younger years. Jade says it was garbage.
Yeah, I was just interested. What didn't you like?
I don't know the guy that was in the boxes.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. And I'm not gonna say his music sucks, but I don't feel like he was worthy to be on the stage with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. And
what they did is they went from Snoop's first, or not Snoop's, but Dre's finds, and that was his latest find was Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
who had a big hit.
Okay,
so
that makes sense then.
They were trying to pay homage to guys that Dre brought into the business that have made it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So that's why you had Snoop, M, and Mary J. Blige, and
like I'm not a huge fan of Snoop Dogg's music by himself, but whenever he collaborates with like Dr. Dre or whoever else, it's usually those are the ones that I really like.
Snoop isn't a headline; he's an accent piece.
Yeah. For sure.
He's not a main line. He's the Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav's would never have a career on his own. But when you put him with, Public Enemy, they're,
Yeah. I felt like it was probably the shortest halftime show that I've ever seen.
It was 13 minutes.
It did seem like it was quick. I mean, because they went from one singer to the next to the next. It really did actually seem like it was a little bit, and maybe they did that on purpose. I don't know.
Right.
I just made a meme out of the 50 Cent hanging upside down, he's holding my book. So that'll be coming out.
I did see that one. Yeah.
I got bored today waiting. We're getting a new comm upgrade in my building, so I couldn't leave, but I didn't have anything to do. So I sat there and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to create some stupid shit using the cover of my book. So I used Kanye West was today.
Kanye, I seen that one too. Yeah.
Kanye and Bernie were today. And then I've got a couple lined up over the next couple days. So 50 Cent, nice. You'll see 50 Cent holding my book.
Upside down.
Yeah.
People were giving him a lot of shit for
he's a buck 50
weight game. Yeah. Which the memes are funny, but like the guy's not 20 years old anymore. Like,
right.
What do you expect? But he did still I watched the replay. He pulled himself up on that bar by him like it was nothing. So I still wouldn't want to fuck with him if I didn't have to.
No, he's just bigger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easy to sit on this side of a TV screen and criticize somebody else. And it's like,
absolutely. Yeah.
I could stand to lose 20 pounds too. I'm not going to fucking criticize him.
Right. I stay out of all the politics, of everything. But like the shit that I've seen from about the halftime show this week, it just kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. Like I know there's always gonna be people that don't like certain things, but people just try to find shit
Mhm.
where there's not shit.
Yeah.
The whole when Eminem was kneeling, like when it happened, I saw him do it. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, dude. Like I didn't realize that he was doing it to respect Tupac, which that's
Yep.
another whole conversation about Tupac I don't really want to get into. But like people are like, well, he was kneeling. The NFL told him not to kneel. First of all, show me where they told him not to do it. Second of all, it's Eminem. He's going to do whatever the hell he wants. Third of all, the national anthem wasn't playing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then Snoop Dogg. Oh my God, he smoked weed before he got on.
Oh
Snoop
shit.
You mean to tell me Snoop Dogg smoked weed
Right.
in California where it's legal?
Yeah.
Before he went on.
I
Before,
wouldn't have
like-
been shocked if he would have been smoking it while he was singing. That
Yeah.
wouldn't have, I would have expected it. I mean, that's,
Supposedly, I saw a picture where he took a hit of one right before he went out. I'm like, it's Snoop Dogg. What do you expect?
Right.
If he's
In
not
California.
smoking, you should be worried. Yeah,
Yeah.
in California too. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Um,
Is he? I guess
And-
he's not like sponsoring any kind of municipal marijuana like plants or anything like that. I mean, he should be. Like you would think.
oh yeah.
Even his commercials with what was her name? Martha Stewart
Stewart?
or whatever. So they were pretty funny.
Yeah. My biggest issue with the whole halftime show, and this is it's a petty reason, honestly. I talked to Tom about this the other day. They've always used the excuse they won't let Metallica or somebody like that play at the halftime show because it's not family friendly. You can't use that excuse anymore after this one.
True.
Yeah.
I loved
really.
the halftime show. I loved Dr. Dre. I love Eminem. Especially the early stuff. You can't tell me that's family friendly music.
Yeah.
But Metallica isn't.
Right.
I mean, they cleaned it up a whole lot. I mean,
Yeah, they're playing the same song.
Yeah.
But I just hope that this
they
is
did the full radio version.
Yeah, I hope this is like a start of a change for what the NFL will do. Hope to see a more variety of music versus just like R&B and rap and pop. They had Aerosmith, but ew, I'd rather listen to Katy Perry than Aerosmith. And in my personal opinion, I still think Prince was the best halftime show of all time.
That would definitely be up there.
Yeah.
Because playing Purple Rain in the rain, you can't beat that.
Yeah. I wish they would get back to having better commercials though. That used to be the draw, man. Like those
I was talking about that tonight.
Yeah.
I felt like the commercials were very lame this year.
There was only one that I laughed at, and now that I say it, like I can't even remember which one it was. There was one that was pretty funny though.
I think my favorite one was the Austin Powers.
I didn't see that one.
Commercial. Yeah. I don't know if it was CGI or if they actually got all the people to do it or not, but because he looked like the young Austin Powers, he didn't look like the old guy that he is now. But it was I'm pretty sure it was a car or a truck commercial. He's like sitting there and Dr. Evil, the woman, I can't never remember her name, number 2, and Scott is there, and Scott's got a little baby. And it was hilarious. Like you need to go watch it. It was actually pretty funny. But that was like the only one that I really, really liked. I've seen him on more bingo slot game ads than weed ads, just saying. But that was my 2 cents on it was a good game.
It was a good game.
They would have won. And it was refreshing to see some new teams in the Super Bowl. Ones that aren't there all the time.
I
hope
no Tom Brady.
I hope Tom Brady comes back for one more year, just one more year, because I know everybody hates him.
I don't hate him.
So
I don't hate him. I mean, he's
hate him in Indiana because
Indiana,
New England had that rivalry for years.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a stat that so Tom Brady played his entire career in between the Bengals going to the Super Bowl. That tells you how long it's been since the Bengals were in the Super Bowl. Yeah. I mean, all the playoffs were great. All of them. Every game was awesome.
And that's awesome, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised, Jade. I think if he does come back, it'll only be for one more. But I think he's got it in him. But his speech that he gave is pretty cut and dry. I think he's done. But
Yeah, I think he's and they said statistically this year was one of his best years. But and I mean it's tough. Like I mean, give him all the props. I mean, he's my age. I think he's what 45,
46.
like that. Yeah,
46,
Yeah. 45.
and I mean, still playing at that level. I mean, that's just incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's not just the games, but I mean, it's all the pre-workouts and all that stuff that you do all year round. And for him to do it as long as he has done it, I mean, it's incredible.
Successfully.
And as being as successful, I kind of when he made his speech about leaving and giving it up, like I really do think he was sincere about it. I mean, I know it's going to come back up in a couple months when they start doing stuff,
Right.
and then he's missing, that camaraderie, like we do, and we say that all the time. We miss hanging out with our brothers, but I think from his comments that he really wants to spend it with his kids, his wife, and do all that stuff. Since
I think there's been teams that have been created since the Browns have been to the Super Bowl. Am I right?
Yep.
Have they ever been to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
No Super Bowls.
64?
No.
They won the championship right before the Super. They changed it to a Super Bowl.
What's up, Sergeant G?
Gotcha.
Sergeant
G. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
That was my 2 cents. That's been bugging me and since it happened, because I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it just it kind of rubbed me the wrong way that they're calling that family friendly, but Metallica and not just Metallica because that's my favorite band, but music like that isn't family friendly.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I used to be a really hardcore Eagles fan, and I mean, I never missed a game. We were always tailgating, but it's really gone downhill over the last couple of years.
Well, it's the Eagles.
Well, I mean, hey, we won a Super Bowl a couple of years ago.
Yeah, a couple. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, you did. I forgot. I was thinking back with McNabb, and I'm like, that's been more than a couple of years. Yeah. Okay, you have. Yeah. I knew there was there had to be a reason I didn't like you, and that had to be it.
That's it. Well, that's it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I don't follow football like I used to, but I've been a Cowboys fan since I was 5 years old. So.
Yeah. Is that the last time they won? They went to the Super Bowl.
It is. 1995 is the last time they won.
Yeah. So you're the jinx. Is that it?
Oh, I'm the jinx. Yeah. I mean, you might be right. I got an Emmitt Smith card from McDonald's when I was a little kid. It was a great big thing. And I was like, oh, the Cowboys, that's my team. And my grandpa was like, no, you're a Packers fan. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's funny. Have you ever been to an NFL game?
I have not.
So every stadium's just a little bit different. But I'll tell you, Philadelphia, we're known to be the worst fans in the league. And I tell people, who come down here and want to go to games, we have a bunch of Air Force people that, they're from Dallas and, they're those fans and they want to go to the game. And I'll tell them don't wear anything blue. Don't wear anything Dallas. Don't, just go enjoy the game, keep your mouth shut, leave the game,
right.
Whatever. And other fans in other stadiums, they're not like that. I've been to a bunch of stadiums and you go there and they're so nice. A buddy of mine went to a Minnesota playoff game for the Eagles, and we lucked into the playoffs, and Minnesota was on the verge of blacking out the game if they didn't sell enough tickets, which is ridiculous since they made the playoffs. So we flew up there and walked around, ended up getting invited to a Vikings tailgate. It's -3 degrees out, but we had so much fun, and they were so nice to us. And that just doesn't happen in Philadelphia. Even Dallas, you go out to Dallas, man, and they're like, hey, I know we beat you again for the, 15th time in a row, but you'll get us next time, and Philadelphia Eagles fans are like, fuck you,
Good job, pal. We'll next time. Pat you on the shoulder.
I have been to quite a few college games, but never any professionals. I want to, even though I'm not into it like I used to be. I still think it'd be fun to experience it.
Yeah, it is, especially the night games, and those stadiums where they're packed, and you know you have a good
Yeah.
team. It's so much fun, man. It's just it's a lot of fun. Just the atmosphere, and you know we tailgate.
Right.
We used to start tailgating at 5 o'clock. The lots would open up at 5 a.m. for the 8 p.m. games. So tailgate was set up by 6:30, and we were drinking the whole time. So it always, you know, and we'd be sleeping in the parking lot after the game, and you know, wake up the next morning, go to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
College games are a blast, especially like Big Ten college or Ohio State, Michigan tailgate, stuff like that. Those are
I've been to the big
I
house
like the energy in a
3
college
times, I think.
stadium more than an NFL. You can feel more energy in a college stadium.
Yeah. You know, like, so Penn State has the whiteout game one a year. And that's just incredible to be in there and have the whole stadium, you know, in white. And I mean, it's just, you know, it's an awesome. I'd love to go. I think they played Ohio State for the whiteout game 2 years ago at home.
Yeah.
I remember, but yeah, I would love to get back to one of those. Those games are so hard to get tickets to. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. I would love to see Ohio State and Michigan play. I would love to be at that game. I don't care where it's at.
Just the feel in a game like that. I mean, because I've been to Ohio State games where they played, Big Ten teams, never the Ohio State Michigan. You could just the stadium has to vibrate while you're there.
Yeah.
I mean, it just has to.
Had the impromptu honor of meeting Mrs. Farr. I live in Mississippi. That's cool as hell. Your hair is like awfully dapper tonight, Tom. I like it.
It's awfully shorter too.
It is.
Like really shorter.
Yeah.
You remember
it was
down,
back out.
It was like down to here. Now it's maybe there.
I'm growing mine back out. Decided.
I was just tired of it.
I'm gonna grow it out like I had it a couple years ago. All of it.
Nice.
It was down to here.
Yeah.
It took me 5 years to grow that out.
I can't. I can go about 2 or 3 days before it really bugs the shit out of me, and then I shave it. I just can't stand it.
Yeah. Got the Mad Viking in the mail yesterday and love the product. Did you use our promo code that's scrolling across the bottom, Randall?
It wasn't working correctly when he did. I actually had a message to the Jays and they fixed it, so it is working now.
Okay. For the audio listeners, you go to madvikingbeard.com and use the promo code FMCE Season 2. You get 10% off your purchase.
All caps.
And the products are amazing. Yeah, it's all caps. The products are amazing. You will not regret it. Been using their stuff for, I don't know, 8 years now, something like that.
7 years.
Something like that. And then I won't use anything else. I'm a spoiled like that.
I got the Ladder Rock right now. That's what I was using today.
I think I got Valhalla in today.
My favorite's the Orchard. All-time favorite's Orchard.
Mine too. I had to change it.
Jade.
She uses their shampoo and conditioner. It's great.
It does work good.
Gunny needs more hair for that though.
Yeah, I like the Perk Plus. It's like $1, like a gallon.
That gallon will last them 2 years.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah. Valhalla and
I got my shampoo. I got carried in a gallon jug.
I probably should, splurge a little bit and go for like the $2.50 version. It's probably like, it'll probably end up making all my hair fall out and I'll be bald by using the cheap shit. So.
What's up, Donovan?
Yeah, Jade does have a lot of hair. Of hair.
I got Valhalla beard butter and the oil. Nice.
You'll love it.
I love the butter.
Guaranteed.
The butter and the balm are probably my favorites. But the oil is good too. Can't go wrong.
Nope.
I will tell you though, even though I don't use their products, they were a lot of fun to hang out with in DC.
Dude,
Oh,
and I'm not saying this just because they're our sponsor, but they are the coolest
Yeah.
fucking people on the planet.
yeah.
All of them.
I wish I would have had a little bit more time that I could have gone back afterwards. I would have loved to hang out, but yeah, they were pretty cool.
He left me at the bar, man. I had to find an Uber to get back to the hotel. It's fucked up.
I blame Kyle. I still blame Kyle for my Mad Viking addiction. You're welcome, Mike. I'll take credit for that one. Normally, I'm like, no, I didn't make you get addicted to that. I'll take
I
credit.
didn't shame you into getting a new mic.
I didn't. I said we need to figure out your mic. I'll put the message on the screen. Hold on.
You said you need to buy a new mic. That's what you said.
Hold on. Let me make sure because you could be right, but
Look at him concentrate.
I said you got to do something with your mic, dude.
See, you have to do something with your mic.
I didn't say you got to buy a new mic. I said you got to do something with your mic, dude.
That's kind of bossy. Got to do something with your.
I was shocked that I could still fit into those pants. Like I couldn't exhale, but I could get them buttoned.
You look like a Cuban refugee soldier.
Did you have to lay down on the bed and pull them up?
I did.
You look like Fidel
like,
Castro walking out there. The beard hanging out. I'm like, it's Fidel. He's eating a crayon.
But I had a pretty interesting I don't know what you call it.
Experience yesterday?
Experience. That's a good word for it. Tom, thanks. My dad texted me and he's like, hey, I need you to be here at a certain time. We have somewhere to go. I was like, well, I have my son. Is that okay? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. So we went to, and again, I stay out of politics as much as I can, but we went and saw Congressman Greg Pence, Mike Pence's brother. They're from around the area. I've met Mike Pence a dozen times before I was 10 years old, probably. But we got to his office and he wanted to know about the run and stuff. So I gave him just a quick rundown of what I did and where I was at and how far a day and all that good stuff. And he actually presented me with a congressional. It's on the congressional record. He gave this speech on the floor of the House of Representatives, talking about the run and stuff. And I was not expecting that at all. And I got to take a picture. Gave him one of my shirts, and I found out. I knew that he was a Marine, but he was in Beirut. And
wow,
it was a really cool experience, and not at all expected. And I don't feel like I deserved it, but it was pretty cool.
That's pretty badass. You gonna get it like framed, like
yes,
nice frame, and
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, because it's on a real. The folder is like real thick too. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get some kind of frame for it, and I'll have a picture of it, like what it actually says. I'll upload that this week. And just that was pretty cool. And so and he said that we can go back. I just got to find where. Online, I can watch him or listen to him give the speech, and he mentioned Save 22 in it as well. So
that was awesome. Very unexpected on that end of the things, but
yeah,
and that's awesome.
It was cool because the whole time we were there, I was like, "Oh, don't! I don't want to talk politics." And we never did. It was really refreshing that a politician didn't want to talk about politics.
Oh, that's like when we met State Senator Hoagland over here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, he's Navy SEAL retired.
Yeah.
I'm
not a fucking politician.
No, oh, give me back my phone. Kyle was standing there for that.
Yeah.
He's like, give me back my fucking phone. Then we
Nice.
walked off, and I don't know how many times he mentioned a massage with a happy ending.
He did.
At least 6 or 7 times he mentioned a massage with a happy ending.
Yeah, you know, and Kyle, I was telling Tom before we started, he was having trouble finding me on Facebook because I changed my name. So I actually changed my name on Facebook because I was approached by the Republican Party that was here in South Jersey to try and run for city council for my town, and I was really considering it. So I wanted to keep everything separate. I wanted to keep my Jesse Esterly page with my family page and all that kind of stuff separate, just because I post so much bullshit on my page, and that's all. Like I did it. My wife said, "You never post anything, lovey or about us or your family," and I said, "Look, this Facebook is my outlet. It's my I'm going to do something stupid because it's not. It's just that's all it is."
Right. Exactly.
But I got what she said, so I was going to make 2 different pages. That way, if something ever did come up, if somebody Googled, me on Facebook, they would find the important stuff and not the strippers and bar stories.
Right.
So
no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I messaged you the other day to ask you to be on the show, I typed in your name and it came up, and I'm like, wait a minute, I think I saw that you changed it.
Yeah.
I just put in born. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, and I don't know. I may end up going. I have to wait. They make you wait 60 days after you change your name before you can change to anything else. So I still have like 40 days before I can change it back. And I don't know. I ended up turning down the city council, trying to run for city council. I just have so much stuff going on, and I really want to start working on this book number 2. And I just don't have the time and effort to really put into something that really needs a lot of effort into it. So I may change back to, Jesse Esterly after, my 40 days or, whatever.
Right.
Music.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Jay,
I hear it. Yeah, I can hear music.
I hear music too.
Hold on a second.
So they've added this new feature in StreamYard where you can add background music.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of different ones you can do. I thought that's what it was, but that's not what it is at all. You're muted still, Tom. There you go.
All right. Yeah. He's over there playing a Nintendo, and I'm like, turn it down. He's like, why? I said, because they can hold.
Yeah.
They all can hear it out there.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Here's Tom. Hold on a second. Is that how you mute your mic? You just touch the top of it?
Yeah.
That's what I
thought. You gotta tap the top. So I'm gonna have to move it so you don't see me touch it. It'll be on the side. I'll turn it.
Boop. You have to say boop every time you hit it. Boop.
Haha. Now you can't tell if I'm gonna mute it or not.
Oh, we know. We know.
So you know what? I've missed encouraging words by Dean. Have you still been doing that?
Well, no, because the last 2 shows have been in Chicago.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I wish I could have him then. That means he's with me. So, no, the last 2 shows have been from the hotel room. One was on the phone, and one was I actually took the computer out last week and got told I need to do something with my mic, which translates to, hey, get off your ass and buy a new freaking mic.
If I didn't need my second mic, I would just have given it to you.
But you seen what happened. I sent Missy a link, and what happened?
You said, Kyle said I need this. No, Kyle didn't say you need it.
Wait. I sent her the link. I said, Kyle said I need this. And what was her response?
Yeah, I know what her response is. You tell them what the response was.
Yes, Daddy. Bought my mic.
And it'll be here tomorrow.
It'll be here tomorrow. Yeah. And, so I texted Kyle back. I said, listen, now when you say hi, hey, Daddy, whatever, I said, I'm going to send you a link. And all I want to know is you bought it and you say, yes, Daddy. The bar has been set.
I said, well, I need a new PC, Daddy. So we'll see who caves first.
I need a PC before you get a new PC.
That's facts, actually.
I just need a PC instead of running off the laptop all the time.
I found one. So I'm a big fan of building PCs, but everything's so expensive right now. I decided I'm not going to build one. I'm just going to buy a pre-built one. And I found one the other day. It's got everything I wanted in it that I was going to build myself for about $3,000 cheaper than doing it myself. So it's just, and trying to find something where everything's in stock is just ridiculous right now. So
What do you like better about a desktop than a laptop?
I like desktops just because I like laptops because you can take them with you. But the components of my computer or of a desktop that I'm going to have or buy or build are better than you can have in a laptop that's not going to cost you $5,000.
Yeah.
I
kind of think that they last longer.
And they do. I've had this one for almost 8 years.
Wow.
And it's not it's not dying, but it's starting to slow down, and like programs are not running as fast. And now that I'm trying to edit these videos, even though they're shitty, it still takes a workload on the PC.
Yeah. Well, how many screens are you running too? That's none
of your damn business, Tom. Okay.
How many screens are you running that's drawn away from that too?
I'm only running 3 right now. Okay.
But no. How many screens are there?
4. The fourth one's not plugged in. The fourth one's got my Nintendo 64 plugged into it.
So I'll tell you, when I first started working for the Air Force, I had one screen, and we had a lot of money left over at the end of the year. So we bought everybody 2 screens, and I didn't take one right away because I was like, look, I don't need, what do I need a second screen for? This is just fine. I added the second screen, and then I was like, you know what? Like, I can't never go back to one screen. I added a third screen, and then I have my laptop. So I actually have 4 screens. I have my laptop, and then I have 3 screens. I have one long ways. So it has all my email. I'm like, this is great.
So I have, I've been building this setup for 8 years, and it's never gonna be complete because I always want to upgrade stuff. But I have 2 on each side. I have one on each side, 2 32-inch curves, and then my main monitor is a 48-inch ultra wide screen.
Jesus Christ!
I love this thing. When I first seen them, I was like, well, I would love to have one, but I will never pay that much for one. Well, I got my back pay for being unemployed back when COVID first hit. So I got 6 months worth of back pay of unemployment all at once. And I'm like, I have to buy something. What can I buy? Because I'm irresponsible like that. My bills were paid though. I'll say that though. I paid my bills first. And then I found the one I wanted, and it was like $1,200. And I'm like, I can't justify that. I'm not doing this. This isn't my job. This is just for fun. And I found the one that I ended up buying. It's a different brand. I wanted a Samsung because my 2 32s are Samsung. I wanted them all to match, but it was not going to happen. So I found a Asus, and it was just barely like, here's a Samsung one that I wanted, and it was like not quite there, but it was really close. And for what I need it for, it was plenty good. And it was like, I think it was like $600, and I was like, I have to have it. I did it, and I can easily run 3 things on this main screen and have plenty of room. So I usually have like StreamYard and then the stream pulled up on the right next to it. But today I just have the StreamYard on the big one, and then Facebook over here, and then the third monitor don't have anything on it right now. No, I
You
don't.
say John said you
No.
Pornhub. Yeah, Pornhub on there.
No, I don't weigh my PC down at that.
I put the STD in stud. All I need is you.
I had before I had roommates. I was in a different room because my desk is 8 feet long, and it's not big enough now that I have this big monitor, and it's also adjustable. So I bought the legs that you can stand up, and I haven't been able to use it in this room because this room's a lot smaller. But when I was in that room, I had my 4th monitor, which is actually just a TV, hooked up, and it was above it, and I was like, that's just overkill at this point.
Yeah, my kids would break them. I don't have anything good at the house. I don't have anything good here at the house because the kids would break it.
I had a 75-inch TV in my living room for a long time, and I would occasionally bring my PC out of my bedroom, hook it up in the living room, and just be like, that was great. But I sold it. Like I'm never in my living room to watch movies or anything. I can just watch it on my computer. So I was like, I don't need it, so I sold it.
It's easier to watch it on your computer.
This chair is the most comfortable thing in my house. So, except for my bed, but I can't do a podcast from bed. That'd be really awkward.
We ought to do that one night.
Yeah, pajama party.
Party.
Yep.
Extra salt, small silkies, and
my chair is money.
Yeah.
I will swear by this. Everybody asks me like, what kind of chair do you like, or what kind of chair do you have? Secret Lab. They're expensive, but the warranty that comes with them, and as comfortable as they are, I swear by them.
Story time pajama. That means Gunny has to come on with us.
Yeah.
Means you got to put on nighttime clothes. Can't go naked like normal.
Damn it.
Because only we want to see that. This place is a prison on the planet. Bullshit.
Sucks camel dick.
Actual pajamas.
I have my crack rocks with me tonight.
Oh man.
My peanut butter M&Ms.
Okay, Reese's Pieces.
Better. Way better.
No different.
It is way different. There is the perfect amount of chocolate to peanut butter ratio in these. I think, in my opinion, Reese's Pieces has a little more peanut butter than chocolate.
They do, yeah. They are cracked too, and I can go through a whole bag in a day.
Yeah, this big bag, I forgot. Like, I took this with me to the Super Bowl party, and I never took it in because it fell like in between my seat. And this is a pretty decent sized bag. This is a 1.2 pound bag, and I didn't know where it went. And my son gets in my car yesterday, and he goes, "Do you know I have M&Ms between your seat?" And I'm like, "That's where those went. I've been looking for those since Sunday." I'm like, sweet, now they're mine.
Anybody see my M&Ms? Ashy lips. Look like he ate a powdered donut. Anybody see my M&Ms?
That's what I want. I want Dave Chappelle to do that Super Bowl a halftime show next year. Just do a whole comedy
set.
What did you think about his last show?
Is that where? I don't know if I've seen his last one.
So the last one well, I won't ruin it for you if you haven't seen it, but
is that where he's at, like Red Rock or something?
I don't know where he's at, but he was talking about I think a transvestite at the end that
Oh, okay,
ended
yeah.
up committing suicide. I mean, it was all right. I didn't. I mean, I used to love his older stuff. The last two, they were okay. They weren't funny. I think the very last one, he was, more trying to make, points of I'm better than you, or whatever, to Netflix that tried to shut his show down or whatever. But
Right. Did they take it off? Was it on Netflix?
I think it was.
yeah,
I'm just looking it up to see if it's the one I've seen. Let's see if it's the one that I did watch.
Jade, you say actual pajamas. I'm just thinking silkies are like pajamas to me. Sometimes they don't wear.
Netflix. It's closer, maybe.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
I'm not sure. I've seen
Yeah.
one not too long ago, or I can't remember.
yeah. But I mean, and the thing is, one of the reasons I always liked him is, I mean, he's not afraid to go against this cancel culture shit. A lot of the comedians really, had to really tone stuff down because, of things that they say. And, it's a shame because, I mean, that's kind of the whole point of, freedom of speech. And, if you don't like what somebody's saying, well, don't listen to them. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at like Howard Stern, how he used to be back in the day. And he, half of his listeners were listening because they hated him.
Yeah.
So, but,
I don't know. I don't get why people do the things they do.
Yeah.
It's like there's plenty of things that I don't like or want to listen to, and it's just as easy to scroll past it or hit next or turn it off, whatever. It's like, but I'm not going to say they can't say what they want to say because I am going to say what I want to say.
This kind of goes back to last week. Did you listen to that song?
I listened. Okay. There's two songs. There's a song called White Boy and White Boys.
Boys.
One with
is
Adam,
the one.
the one with Adam Calhoun.
Yeah.
Unless there's a different version of it, I didn't see the problem with it. But we can talk about it after if you want.
Yeah, my point, like what we were getting to last week, were they stirring the pot or no?
I think them being them, yeah, probably.
That's
But
what.
it's just
kind of what I took.
one of those things. Like I don't. That's not me. That's not my kind of music. So I'm not going to purposely listen to that.
Well, we were bringing
more than just
yeah. The only reason why I bring it up is because we bring up cancel culture, and then how we felt on certain things. There, I was thinking, was that me being too picky last week in my head, or was I actually was I being too picky, or was somebody else see it the same way I did? That's why I asked. Because am I getting too sensitive? That's what I was thinking.
I mean, I don't necessarily think it's just you're being too sensitive. I think that it just goes back to like you didn't care for the song, right?
I didn't say I didn't care. I just does it stir the pot? Was I being too hard on them because of who they are, or was the song actually like stirring the pot for me?
It's hard to say just because of who did it, because they're known for stirring the pot, but at the same time, I don't know. Now the other song,
and that was way before that. I mean,
the first one was good. The message it sent,
the message itself was good,
but they're probably stirring the pot. I mean, if you want like the simple answer, just because of who it is, and And apparently, I didn't know this. Those two guys had a pretty big falling out a couple years back, and they worked all their shit out and kissed and made up or whatever to make this album. But I don't know, not my style of anything, you know. Now, when I was a teenager, I might have liked it, but not now. Is there only one version of that song? Do you know?
I think there's only one version.
Okay. 'Cause I thought it was going to be way worse than what it was, but it still it wasn't.
Maybe.
How many laps do you want?
Dean's asking me for something. Give him the two. 2
laps. Okay.
3 laps.
Nah, don't, nah, because he's going to make a track that's going to take 20 minutes to get through the first lap.
Okay.
He's building a track and it's sight bike, so he's going to have like 9 million jumps right in a row, and also goes down through the. So that's why he goes, "How many laps?" If I said 1, he gets mad, so I'm like 2.
Nice.
He come up. That's why we come up and ask me. He goes, "Dad, when you're done, can we go play at sight bike?" I'm like, "Okay." Yeah. So you just get to build a track.
I'm pretty sure I can say that I've never listened to a single Adam Calhoun song.
Nope.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Tom McDonald, right? Is that his name?
Yeah.
And Adam Calhoun.
They
I'll
send
I'll
them a
send
link
it to you.
Yeah.
I got Pandora. Wrap me out. Search Tom McDonald, Adam Calhoun. Share Messenger. See, why doesn't it give me that option to send it to both of you?
I don't need.
Can you just play a little bit of it? Would we be able to pick it up?
Probably not.
No, the only thing we do is pull up the video and.
Well, I won't lose any sleep over it. So
screen share it.
If I haven't heard of them by now,
I'll send it. I'll send you the link. There it is. Just whenever you get a minute. I mean, it's a.
Oh, you sent that in the group chat.
Yeah. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
I was making sure I listened to the right one.
Yeah, that was it. Oh,
where in New Jersey does Gunny live?
South Jersey, right outside Philadelphia. I'm 4 miles from the birthplace of the Marine Corps.
Ooh, look at me, I'm Gunny.
Look at me, I'm Gunny.
That's right.
I live over by Ton Tavern, and I wrote a book about the place.
Yeah, I'm actually right next to Camden, John. I'm actually in Gloucester City, if you know where that is.
Isn't that where they fish for tuna?
New Jersey.
In Gloucester City or New Jersey?
Oh no, that'd be Gloucester City.
Yeah.
I don't know very much about New Jersey, so
I'd like to forget as much as I can.
Yeah.
As soon as I win the lottery, I'm out of here.
He's a Jersey boy now. You got well, he don't have enough hair to do it. He's gonna start making the Pauly D build up and everything.
Oh man. Yeah, no. My wife loves that show, but I can't stand it. Any of those shows, I gloss over and I'm asleep or I'm thinking about something else. I just can't. I think what makes me more upset about those shows is that everybody on that show is an absolute millionaire right now. They've taken all these exotic vacations. They've done all this stupid shit. And it's no different than any of us did in our 20s either. We were getting drunk and doing stupid shit. We just weren't getting paid by MTV to do it.
Yep. I guarantee you our stories would have been a hell of a lot better than any of theirs.
Absolutely. Yeah, but I am also thankful that you know there probably wasn't video cameras back then,
Yep.
or phones with video, and I miss I do wish I would have had more pictures from when I was in, because I've noticed that I really don't have any. But yeah, I am glad that there's not video.
I'm really glad there is no video.
Yeah, yeah,
What's he doing with the helmet flak jacket?
right. Oh
Oh,
God,
he's only wearing silkies with a helmet flak jacket running through the quad bay, the quad with during a hurricane.
yeah.
It was
I saw video recently of I don't remember if it was like 1-3 or somebody, and they were all having like a party in the
just
quad, and it was just ridiculous. And I'm laughing, and I'm looking at it though, but I'm like, you all just signed your own fucking death warrant because
oh,
somebody's
what
gonna
was it?
watch that shit, and they're
L
gonna be able
Street
to,
Mafia.
yeah,
There
that's
is
what
the
it
L
was.
Street Mafia. Yeah,
Yeah, and
L
I was
Street
just like,
Mafia.
because you just don't have the leadership anymore who is willing to say, they're just Marines being Marines. Now everybody's going to get a page 11 or, you know, office hours or, whatever. It's just, I mean, it is what it is,
We were just born at the wrong time
or the
for
right
that.
time.
For
Or the
that,
right
or
time. I was gonna
The right
say.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So the bad thing is about my age, there is video evidence of a lot of the shit that I did when I was a teenager, and I have the VHS to prove it. That no one else does. Oh man, that was back in like the heyday of Jackass, and we would do some of the stupidest shit ever.
That was a great show back then. That was a great,
Yeah.
I love that show.
I do want to see the new one just because I know it's gonna be the last one, and I've heard it was really good, so I want to.
The Johnny Knoxville was on ridiculousness or whatever that MTV show is, and they were going through some of the clips, and some of the clips were pretty funny. So, and I think what actually made it funnier was him, because you watch all those things and you're like, God damn, was I really that stupid? Would I have done some of that stuff? And then you look at it, and there's a conveyor belt that they all walk on, and one of them ended up getting a concussion from it. Johnny Knoxville got speared by a bull and like spent like 3 months in the hospital or something from the, it's like, man, like,
Yeah, they're not young bucks anymore.
no.
And they put their body through so much shit in the past 25 years.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
Yeah.
25.
Oh yeah.
Oh. This
Yeah,
show
they were doing
tonight,
it in the 90s.
how can we make Tom feel old? Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
They didn't have cell phones back then, or the internet,
Yeah.
or color TV.
Me and Gunny are the same age, so you can't start that shit.
Yeah.
He looks a hell of a lot younger than you, though.
He's not growing. He's not
Because I
starting to
use
grow
it.
the
I
beard
use
off.
that $2 Pert Plus on everything.
That's what. Yeah, that's the fountain of youth. We'll never know because we use the Mad Viking stuff.
It turned my shit gray.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do remember in like 93 or 94, I had one of those bag phones. That was the first phone that, I could take it in the car and take, wherever. But
Yeah.
I did have a Sony Magnava camcorder when we were in Iraq, and I had some really good videos on it.
One?
No, it was a small. It had like a CD disc that went on it, but all the discs got ruined on the pack ride home back from Iraq, and it would have sucked. I would have liked to have a lot of those videos, a lot of those pictures that we weren't allowed to have anyway. But
right, yeah. I'm glad I grew up though. Like there was there was internet when I was a teenager, but it wasn't like this internet. No. Back then there wasn't into the internet. Now there's not.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you couldn't find anything on the internet back then. There was only like a few things to do on the internet when
Chat
I remember when
rooms.
it first got real big. I remember when chat rooms got real big. Yeah, I
See,
definitely
that
went
was
through
that
it.
was my thing in my AOL, AOL
Mhm.
chat rooms and all that kind of stuff. That's how I met.
Yahoo.
Yeah, my second wife I met on AOL. My son's mom I met on AOL. I mean, half the strippers that are in the stories in my books I met on AOL, that kind of thing. And that was just it back then. I mean, we didn't have, and that was, well, we had MySpace. MySpace was kind of big in the
Yeah,
early 2000s. Um, you know, and then we have Facebook now, and
it seems like it was so
Uh,
long ago. MySpace.
we
MySpace was so
abandoned
much
Tom.
better because we did. It was so much better because you could customize your background. We all knew how to do that coding shit, and I wouldn't know how to do that now to save my life.
Mhm.
You could
And
put
your top
music on
friends,
there.
your
Your
top
top
friends.
friends, yeah.
Yeah, that would piss people off. Why am I not in your top
It
5?
used to, oh yeah. Why did I move from number 1 to number 2? Well, because my mom is so much cooler than you, duh.
Because
I
he's
wish I
paying
could
my
still access
bills.
my MySpace. I wish I could still access mine, but I forgot all my stuff for it.
I forget passwords and stuff. And actually, that's a
No,
time I would
Jimmy,
like to forget.
that reminds me when watching the halftime show. We used to listen to that all that Eminem and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and cruise through town looking for girls that we never found.
Yeah. That was we did in security forces. I was in Kings Bay, Georgia, and we had a Walmart and like a Taco Bell and a Hardee's, and that's all we did. I had the top off my Jeep. We threw some house speakers, hooked them up to my stereo, and we would just cruise around the strip.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Mhm.
I read something the other day on where Tom from MySpace is now, and he's like some like professional photographer now, or something like that.
Well, I think
It's
Those-
because we all abandoned.
well, it still exists. I think they
Yeah,
still have
We
it. It's
abandoned the
just
nicest guy on
yeah,
earth to go
all
over
he
to
wanted to do was
Mark and
be our
get.
friend.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Sucked.
there was that movement. What, last year, 2 years ago, everybody was leaving MySpace or Facebook, and I had an account. I started the account on Parlor and MeWe or whatever. The problem I had though is that I have so many. I love how these memories, like everyday memories, come up of like my son or from tailgating or stupid shit that I've done over the last couple of years that I memes that are funny. You posted this 5 years ago on today. And the friends that I have on here and all that stuff. Like I would hate to try and transfer that somewhere else. And
Yeah,
yeah,
Uh, that's our life now is everything is stuck. Pictures, videos,
yeah,
memories, everything is stuck because every day of posting throughout years, hey, this and this and that's going to pop back up, and so our history's here. I mean, if I lost my Facebook account, I'd be pissed. Although I
oh
hate
yeah,
Facebook, I'd be pissed. Oh no, I got to get a banned. I said I hate Facebook.
Van, he just I think he just deactivated his Facebook because he keeps getting thrown in Facebook jail for something shit memes that he got from Facebook that he shared like 5 or 6 years ago.
yep, yeah. I've
Not
had
like
that happen twice.
it happened to me once while I was on the run too, so I couldn't go live. Luckily, Mike let me go live from his phone, but like it was something I got from Facebook.
Yeah,
I mean, it was pretty fucked up meme, but that's where I got it from. Like how are you gonna ban me for your own content?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's another reason why I don't share a lot of shit anymore because like I'm sharing
It's
it to be
there.
funny.
It's never
Everybody
going away.
knows that. Yeah, that it's gonna offend someone.
That's why we're here. We're here to offend everybody.
That's right.
Oh, and we will.
We will at some point.
Yeah, it was. probably like a week or so after Mike started driving for me. I remember because it was 30-day ban. I couldn't go live or watch. I couldn't even watch live videos. It was stupid.
You were
I
in the
couldn't
desert
watch.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I was so mad though because of all the times for that to happen was when I actually needed to actually be live and stuff. But it worked out.
Yeah.
Now I
Well, you
get I
could
go
go
in
live from
memories
it
all the
because of
time.
my brother.
No, I couldn't. Not from my phone. I couldn't. I had to
Not
add
from
Mike
phone.
as an admin. I added Mike as an admin on because he's my brother page and went live from there from his phone. So yeah, it's just I go through my memories all the time. When like you were talking about, and like half the shit's not. It's like image unavailable or no longer exists. Right now, so I just like delete it so that way I don't get don't get banned again. Yeah,
I'm glad that a lot. I mean, some of the things that I've posted, I've taken down over the course of the last 2 years too. But I'm just waiting for that too. Like, you posted this 5 years ago, so now you're banned for another 30 days. And then I think it like goes up from 30 days to like 60 days or whatever. Like that part's kind of ridiculous.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something about it, then just delete the post and like give somebody a warning or something. Hey, we took this down because you shared it 5 years ago. It's inappropriate now. Whatever.
I mean, that changes from month to month. What's appropriate, what's not. I mean,
yeah.
You too easily offended anymore.
Yeah, and really, what sucks is that you posted on your page.
I think you need to get your horses going a little faster.
All right, they're slowing down. Feed them some hay.
Damien.
The content that I mean, I won't ever post something on a group or somebody else's page that I think could be taken the wrong way, but I post stuff on my page. So if I post it on my page and somebody from my friends thinks it's inappropriate, then they're probably not following my page. My wife has me blocked. She doesn't even follow me. But why, Facebook, why would they care? If you're putting it out into like public places, like I could see why they would monitor that content. But if you're you're voluntarily coming onto my page to be my friend and follow my content, then, you're at your own risk of liking or not liking the shit that I post. I mean, you don't have to follow me, block me, whatever. But they shouldn't be, blocking stuff that you put on your own page,
Yeah. I got banned for a pretty raunchy Kurt Cobain meme, so it is what it is.
Miss it from
any
to go all the time.
Huh?
I think I shared you guys the one with the COVID test, and it was the gay porn in the background. Did I share that with you guys? I think I did. I got
if not, I've seen it.
I got 30-day ban for that one.
Oh man,
I thought it was hilarious. So,
that's the thing, man. Like we said it earlier, if you don't like it, just ignore it, move on. It's that simple. But
yeah. Well, and listen, Tom, Melissa, when she reached out to me about getting the parents of those veterans that they wanted to get their names in the front of the book, I was worried about, because I was like, man, and I told her, like, Melissa, like, these aren't the stories that are honor, courage, and commitment. They are drinking, strippers, stories, like that. And that was my fear, was like, somebody's mom is going to pick up this book because their son's name is in it and be like, oh my God, this is complete trash. I can't believe my son's associated with this.
Right.
But I was talking to her in DC and a couple of them, and they said, look, like, this might not be our cup of tea, but this is what my son would have laughed at. He would have thought these were funny, that kind of thing.
Right.
So, it definitely, made me feel a little bit better about the content that was in there.
Right. I'm gonna make a shelf here somewhere in this room. I gotta find wall space. I want to put the books that I've gotten over the past few years. Display them.
Got something to say tonight.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second. Words of wisdom from
Here we
Dean.
go.
Da, da. Go ahead, buddy.
Um,
Go ahead.
I always get along with people that, you're gonna have to be with people that you might not like. Like, you have to get along with them. You have to work with them, and,
So how do you handle it?
you just try to be nice to them.
Take the high road. All right. Dean's words of
yeah.
wisdom. Take the high
Hi, Dean.
road.
Hi, Dean.
He wants to say something tonight, so he's
Heck
a
yeah.
little out of practice.
We'll get him back in the routine.
Yeah.
John, punch him in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
In your mouth, yeah. Don't. No, he just got off of being detention at lunch. We got the notification in the mail today about him fighting on the bus.
Yeah, my kid's been getting in trouble at school again too. He went a week. They had a doctor's appointment today. Get him on some new medicine that'll hopefully help with his depression and PTSD and trauma and shit that he's been through past couple years. And they said they're trying to treat the PTSD and depression, and they think the anger issues are part of the depression. I said, "Wow, you ain't gotta be a fucking doctor to know that."
Right? No shit.
Go talk to your friend, your neighborhood vet.
Yeah.
You'll find out.
They're starting him on a medicine, so they're gonna see how we gotta monitor that and see how he's doing that. So hopefully that'll help because he's a smart kid. He gets all straight A's. I feel like a lot of it is he's not challenged up at school. I don't think it's hard enough for him because he don't ever want to do his work.
That's
but
what.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully helps.
When Jackson, he's gonna be 9 this year, but when he was in kindergarten, the teacher for like the first 2 weeks was sending him home on red. Like they had this red, yellow, green, and he kept coming home on red. And I was starting to get mad. Like, Jackson, like, what are you doing that you're not paying attention? He pulled the smart board wire out on the teacher, and he was just like that. I don't know what's going on. So we went in for the first meet your classroom with the teacher, and we were sitting there, and she says, "Listen, I want to have all the kids. We have to make sure they're counting up to 20 by December." And I started laughing, and I said to her, I said, "You want the kids to count to 20 by December?" And this is the beginning of the year. Now my kid, like, I stop him from counting, in kindergarten at like 300 because he gets sick of listening to him count. He can count by 5, 10. And I said, look, he's bored. Like, in pre-K, he already knew all his states. He knew a country for every letter. I said, you're going to have to challenge him. He can read on his own. And then she started giving him first grade work, which really helped him out. He was helping a kid that couldn't read. So he really challenged him. And then in first grade, they have a talented and gifted program. So he's been in that the last 2 or 3 years. But yeah, he's so smart, and that's kind of it. Like they definitely have to be challenged. Otherwise they just shut down and they're like, tune everything out. Yeah. We actually just had an issue at his school with his teacher. She's I don't know, very liberal, or I don't even know what to call her right now, but she wasn't making the kids stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And Jackson made a comment about it. And I said, like, Jackson, look, you know what? If the rest of your class is still sitting, you know what to do. You can stand up by yourself. And he said, well, I feel embarrassed to be the only one standing because his desk is in the front of the class. And my wife got upset. So, we told one of our teacher friends to, say something about it. And ended up getting the teacher, had a conference with the school. So this went on for a couple days. They went in to monitor her class. They now have a camera in her class to watch to see if she's actually doing the Pledge of Allegiance. So what he's been doing the last 2 days is she's pretty much gave the class an option. If you want to stand, you can stand, but you don't have to, kind of thing. So he's been standing. He'll walk to the back of the room to get a tissue when the news comes on, so he can stand back there and do what he's supposed to. And I said, look, that's all you can worry about, man. You just do the right thing. And, some of your friends will see that you're doing the right thing and they'll stand with you.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I agree. Jimmy, I live in Columbus, Indiana. For asking.
Yeah, John, you're
I didn't even
absolutely
see
right.
that comment.
Yeah. I was just reading back in the comments. Yeah, I would not want to be a teacher. And they have they have a hard job, and then just the way the world is right now, I wouldn't want to do it,
Yeah,
because it's that's another reason why I like listening to that David Goggins book. He talks about one of his teachers that he had some old grumpy lady that actually worked with him and knew how he needed to learn, and the next teacher he had didn't give a shit. It's just like he's never gonna make it, blah blah blah. So I had one of those teachers that actually worked with me because I was definitely that kid that didn't pay attention in school, didn't care, and so yeah, I definitely would not want to be a teacher.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Nope.
don't know if I'd like to be a teacher. I mean, I like
I've
being my son's soccer coach, but man, I just
that's
I have
enough.
trouble dealing with my own kid all day long.
Right. My brother-in-law coaches soccer too, and nope. Props to you, man. I couldn't do it. Oh yeah. The e-learning stuff is crazy now too, because I'm glad that wasn't around when I was in school. I'd be 30. I'd be 34 and still in 6th grade probably.
So here's what happened to Dean right now is that they came home and they're worried about it freezing tomorrow because the temperature's dropping, and they sent his work for tomorrow to do, so they didn't have a snow day because they went to e-learning for that day or remote. So instead of a real snow day, he's got to get up and do some little pamphlet work and then done.
Has he missed any days of school yet?
Oh
Tom?
Yeah, he's for snow. Yeah, they missed
well, I
a
mean,
couple.
So we did last year. We've gotten lucky. We've only had like 1 or 2 snow days, but with Jackson, he wasn't really missing any school days. So when they had snow, we weren't even logging him in. Like, you're not going to give him a snow day. Like, he deserves a break to go out and be a kid and play in the snow. So we'll take the day off. Whatever. He'll make up the work tomorrow or whatever. Because I want that snow day. I want to go out and throw snowballs at him. I'm not going to make him sit inside if I'm not going to be inside.
Right.
He wants to hit his kid in the ear snowball so they cry.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the worst spot to ever get hit by a fucking snowball.
Playing recorder never helped me in life. In the Navy, in the rough seas, the recorder playing didn't help me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I never had to learn how to play a recorder.
Really?
We had it at 6th
grade. Did you have to learn any instruments going through school?
So we had a music class.
He learned the flute.
No, I didn't play the flute. We had a music class. We had a music teacher that came in every week. But like right when I was to the age where I was going to be able to take music class, they got rid of it. So because there was only like, if I would have graduated with my class, it would have been a giant class of 3.
Oh my God.
So there was probably 30 kids, 35 kids from kindergarten to 12th grade in the school I went to.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So, and now that school is still going, and there's 3 students there. And it's been going for 50 years.
Wow.
Well, they said they're going to let those kids graduate, keep the school open long enough for those 3 kids to graduate, and then they're going to shut it down.
Should know.
And that will be 50 years when they graduate. And my mom went there. My grandpa and his brother built the church and the school back in the 70s, I think it was. And so like, yeah. So
we had in middle school, we had the option. We all had to play an instrument, and the options that they gave you were like the clarinet, the flute, fucking piccolo, whatever. I ended up taking.
I can see Gunny playing the piccolo.
Yeah, no, I took the saxophone because I was like, this is the baddest thing here. Like, this is pretty awesome. And they hear I'm like, like 65 pounds, and the fucking saxophone weighed 50 pounds, and I'm dragging it from home school. And the reeds at that time, but they were like 25 cents a piece. So they were like expensive back then. And I kept breaking them, and like, I got real good at London Bridge, and that was about it. And then as soon as we could turn them in, I turned the shit in. I have no musical talent whatsoever.
Don't lie. You were playing Careless Whisper, just like
yeah.
You're like,
yeah. I wish Damien. I wish I would have had a triangle or cowbell like that. I can do that, no problem. Yeah, that's about it. I can't.
Damn, Marine, I could bang on something.
I have it.
Right.
I have it right here, actually.
Got
oh, you probably can't right here, can you?
We can't hear it. No.
Oh, damn it! I don't have it hooked up right. I had it. Yeah. No, I never had to learn anything. But I was talking to Justin, my best friend. We went to school together. We've known each other since before kindergarten. I said all the things that our school didn't teach us that were, that would have been important, but can you still quote all of the books of the Bible in order? We're 34 years old, and we can still quote the books of the Bible in order, like it was yesterday. Like, that's not going to help me in life at all. But
Especially
we were good at those.
When you're doing your taxes, make sure you pray to God that you get them right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were good at the fire drills, though, the Bible drills, whatever. And that's how I made it this far in life.
We're up to the end of the show here. Well, I want to thank Gunny from Born in a Bar, and for coming on. You can catch his book on Amazon. I want to thank our sponsor, Mad Viking Beard Mustache Company, www.madvikingbeard.com. Use promo code FMCE Season 2. Get 10% off your purchase. I was going to do some final thoughts, but we're kind of up against it, and I'll save it for next week because I want to see if I feel the same way next week as I do now. So I don't
also go follow us on Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music for you audio listeners.
Comment. Give us a like, comment, please. Something, subscribe. That's going to help the algorithms in putting us, because we have a common name with a lot of different little things. Get us up front there. Help us out.
Yeah.
Share with your friends.
You got the outro?
I was going to let you do it.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. See y'all later.
Week. You are no longer black or brown or yellow or red. You are now green. You are light green or dark green.
It's that full metal crayon eating creature in the sand, creeping, keeping every man, woman, child in our land, sleeping peacefully and shatter any enemy they come across. You messing with America, then you must really wanna lost something soft. It's not of pertinence or interest. Gladly sacrifice themselves so you don't have to witness the cost of what your freedom is, and they gain it in inches. So long story short, don't end up on the ship.
It's that full metal crayon eaters, 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 full metal crayon eaters.
You're easily offended, then you legally should exit. There's no decency on this frequency. Our method is bringing prime time entertainment to the veterans, and those of you who know the truth is what they have protected. Shout out to Tommy Roddick and the baby Jesus, run it up. Saving 22 by the day, homie, buddy up. Sit back and relax while the dude speaks some facts. While you're here, have a snack of some color-coded wax.
It's that full metal crayon eaters, 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 full metal crayon eaters.